Hi everybody, Keren here from tuppence.co.uk, and thank you very much for joining me today. This is what I've been making today. Stay with me and I'll show you how I made it. These are the things that I'm using today. I'm going to be using some of these. Now I would call them giant lollipop sticks. They could also be known as craft sticks. They are the 17mm wide kind. As I said, I got 5 of them here, and I got these from Amazon. But I know you can also get them in craft shops. Places like The Range, Hobbycraft, places like that will have them. And they're not very expensive at all. I think you get a bag of about 50 of them for around £1, I think I paid. Stamps I'm using are from High Tide, and I'm using Grey Granite, one of the new colours for this year, and Soft Suede inks. I've got an aqua painter. I've got my Stampin' Right markers. I've got So Saffron, Balmy Blue, Soft Sea Foam, and Mint Macaron. And last of all, I've got a little bit of this stuff, which is called Nature's Twine, and this is the Crumb Cake colour. Here's how I've prepared the lollipop sticks. I've stuck them together, side by side, with some tape. I happen to use micropore tape. And on the side I'm going to be stamping and colouring on. I've taken a sandpaper block and I've sanded them all over so that the surface is nice and smooth. So I've got my stamparatus ready. I've got the foam pad in the stamparatus. I'm going to hold my lollipop sticks down with the magnet, and I've put one of my stamps ready over here, and I'm just going to line it up with my blocks, so I want to make sure that it's nice and straight, and I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to pick that up. And for this one I'm going to use Granite Grey, so I'm just going to give this light tapping. As you can see, it's going on to the plate there, and that's not a problem because it's not going to come off in the stamping. Alright. So I'm going to press this down. I'm going to press my thumbs all over it to make sure that I've got a good level of coverage. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So take that one away, put that on one side, and now I've got my other stamp, which is the one that adds a bit more detail. So I can just lay this over the top of my first stamp and pick it up. And this time I'm going to use Soft Suede. Press that down, go over it with my thumb to make sure that it's in good contact with the wood. And yeah, that's not bad, that's pretty good registration. So I'm going to give that some time to dry before I move on to the next thing. I've given that some time to dry, and before I go any further I'm going to mask off what I've already done with this. It's a masking fluid pen, which I got from Amazon, and to use it, and I haven't used this before so it could all go horribly wrong, they say shake it well first and then pump the nib. So I can see the fluid coming up to the nib of the pen there. Now if you can't get hold of one of these, then the ordinary art masking fluid that you can get anywhere that sells fine art supplies comes in a little bottle. You can use that instead. And I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. And if it doesn't, there will be a version 2 of this video, and you'll never see this bit. So wish me luck. So that's nicely masked off. I've got Stampin' Right markers in Mint Macaron, Balmy Blue, Soft Sea Foam and So Saffron. So they're all out of the Subtles collection. And I've got an aqua painter and I'm going to start putting down some colour. Now I'm going to begin by taking this stamp, which is when I'm going to be using later on. I'm just trying to see kind of where it's going to finish. So it's around about there. So just to give me a little bit of a marker. Okay, so I can put that away and I can begin colouring. So I'm going to start with the Balmy Blue and we'll see where that gets us. So as you can see, I'm kind of scribbling this on without any kind of real rhyme or reason to it. And we'll have a little bit of soft sea foam in here as well. Just a bit lower down. And some So Saffron. And a little bit of mint macaron here and there. So now I'm going to take my aqua painter and I'm just going to apply plenty of water to the colour I've laid down and just move it around. It's had time to dry, it's the moment of truth. So now I'm just going to try and peel off the masking fluid, which is now dried, and it is coming off. And I'm just rubbing it. Because I was worried that the grain of the wood might mean that it was going to be too difficult to remove, but it's coming up beautifully. Excellent. I'm so pleased. Okay, and there you go. Now I can do a bit more stamping. So I've got my soft suede and my grey granite inks, and I'm going to start with grey granite. This is the sentiment I've chosen. It says, in high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. I'm going to make sure that I've got lots and lots of ink onto my stamp, and I'm going to line it up and be brave and push it down and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finishing touches now. I've given it one more sanding, and that is because anytime you put water on wood, it's going to raise the grain and it's going to make it feel rough. So you just need to give it a little bit of a sanding to make it nice and smooth. I've got my crocodile here, and I'm going to punch out a hole in that corner, and another one on this side. Okay, and that's going to be where I'm going to apply my twine for hanging. At the moment I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to put some material along the bottom here, so I'm going to leave it as it is for now, but I may come back and punch a few more holes along the bottom so that I can attach something to that edge. Okay, so to give it a bit of protection, I've got some of this. It's natural shoe polish, or neutral coloured shoe polish, and I'm just going to pick some up on a paper towel, and I'm going to apply it to the wood. And as you can see, it gives it a little bit of a more, it's a darker colour. It kind of makes the colour a little bit richer. And it will also give it a bit of a sheen. So this is going to take a bit of time in polishing. So I'm going to bring in my soft cloth and I'm going to polish away. See you in a while. To give me something to hang my panel up with, I'm using a bit of this. It's called Nature's Twine. It's in the new catalogue. And I'm just going to tie a knot either side. Give myself a little bit of an end to go on there. Because I want this to look kind of quite rustic. And so let's go from the back to the front. Okay. And about that long, I think. So I want to make, quite a feature of that. And just tie that off. And let me get my piercing tool, and I'm just going to unravel these ends a little bit. So yeah, this stuff you get a set of, I think it's 4, and you also, well as this colour, which is Crumb Cake, which is perfect for this. You also get Grapefruit Grove and Blackberry Bliss and Mint Macaron. I can think of the other one for a minute. You get some of all of those. And actually this is a sample, or a little bit of it, that I got on stage, and I didn't think that it was going to be something that I would use. So yeah, how wrong can you be? Okay. So here it is, the finished panel, and this is going to go to my husband. He's been having a bit of a rough time of it lately, and I want him to know that I'm here for him. The other reason is that he loves anything to do with the sea, so he will appreciate this, I know he will. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I'd love it if you came back and saw me again sometime soon. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. See you again soon. Bye bye.